Okay, sixth graders, mathematicians, here we go. We are on lesson 7 in chapter 5. We are working on graphing on a coordinate plane. So we're going to jump right in on it, and you're going to turn your book to page 403, and we're going to go ahead and get started. This is going to all kind of be culminating of what we've done in chapter 5. So everything that we've been doing is now all coming together in one, and so this is going to make our life pretty easy, and this whole lesson should be fairly simple because we are just working on putting our coordinate plane. We're just go ahead and graphing our ordered pairs on our coordinate plane. So let's take a look at what it says here. Figures. It says Maria hid the clues to a scavenger hunt for her hiking club. Use the map to show where she hid the clues and identify the location of each clue. The first clue is hidden near a tree. Write the ordered pair that describes its location first. Again, remember when we write ordered pairs, and go ahead and write this over here, we always do our X and then our Y. We put them in parentheses with a comma in between. Okay? Obviously in the alphabet, X, Y, Z, X comes before Y, therefore our X has to go first. X, Y, Z, X goes first, then our Y. All right, so we're looking at the tree. So we're starting at our place of origin, which we always start at 0, 0, which is smack in the middle of our coordinate plane. I'm going to go over to the tree, and I notice that that gets me to 4. So I know on my X is 4, and when I go up, I'm located right here at 2. So it is X. My X is 4, and my Y is 2. So the ordered pair of the tree is 4, 2. Maria hid the next clue at the location reflected across the y-axis. So it's a reflection. So if it's here, it is getting reflected over the y-axis. So if it's getting reflected over the y, that means I actually have to cross over the y-axis. I have to cross over it. And I notice that puts me at the library. And I notice that if I wanted to add the ordered pairs, it would be -4, 2. Okay? All right, the next says she walks 3 blocks east. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. Okay, we want to make sure we're paying attention. So we're at the library, and she walks 3 blocks east. But take a look at our coordinate plane. I notice that our coordinate plane goes by 2's, right? So if I'm here at -4, I know that this one right here is -2. But what is this one right here? Well, that's -3, because that falls in between -4 and -2. Directly in between. And then right here would be -1. So if I'm at -4, I'm going to go 3 blocks east. 1, which gets me to -3. 2 gets me to -2. And then it gets me to -1. So I went 3 blocks east. And then it says go up 4 blocks north. So we went east, and now we're going to go up 4 blocks north. So we went 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go up 2 blocks. 1, 2, which puts me at the soccer field. Okay, puts me at the soccer field. So you can see that I went over that way and up. Okay, the next clue is a location reflected across the x-axis. So now we're at the soccer field, and now it's a reflection across the x-axis, which means we're coming directly down, which means that puts us at the playground. It's kind of like an old school song, which none of you, I'm sure, know. But we're now at the playground, okay? So here we are at the playground. Let's see what the next clue says. Maria had the next clue under the rock by the lake. How many blocks east did she walk to the lake? Now, remember, right here at the playground, we are at -1, -4. So right here, this is -1. So she would have to go to 0. That's 1. Then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. It would take her 6 blocks. Oops. It would take her 6 blocks. Remember, because each of these, there's 1, 3, 5, okay? So you have to remember that it was marked up by 2's on that one. All right? The final clue tells the hikers to walk 5 blocks north and 3 blocks east to find the prize. Right, or what ordered pair describes that location? So we are at the lake right here, and we're going to go 5 blocks north. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which puts me at a positive 1 for my y-axis. So let's figure out what the x is, which means if we are right here, oh my goodness, this thing's going crazy on me. If we are right here in that spot, we know that that's in between 4 and 5. So that makes it, 3 blocks east. I did not go 3 blocks east. So we're up here, sorry, at our, oh my gosh, you guys. Good gravy, this thing is just, oh my gosh, this thing is going crazy on me today. Okay, here we go. So we were here. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, story of my life, right? Okay, so we are at 5, okay? But we're right up here at the 1, and then we have to go, my goodness, 3 blocks east. So 1, 2, 3. So here is my ordered pair, okay, right there. That's my plot. So I'm going to go over to 8, and then I'm up to -1. So sorry if that was such a mess. Good gravy. All right, here we go. Moving on. Let's take a look at the next page. It says graph the ordered pairs. So again, you have x and then you have y. You start at your place of origin, okay? And then we're going to go over on the x-axis, left or right, and then up and down on the y. Now take a look. You're going to run into some ones that you might have halves. Well, that's pretty easy. Directly in between, if you had to go over -2.5, you're starting at your place of origin, which is 0. You go over to -2, and right in that middle is your half. So there's 2.5, and then you'd come down to 3.5, and that's where you would have your plot. Okay? All right, let's graph these. Let's actually practice. Okay, so we are going to graph and label each point on the coordinate plane. So again, we always start at 0. We're going to, take a look first. So this one isn't labeled, but we do know that that is -1, and I'm going to go ahead and label that for us. Notice that these go by 1s, okay? The one on the previous page went by 2s. You always have to pay attention. So -2, so I have to do I'm going to label these xy, 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 xy. It's going to just make your life easier. So I'm going to go over to -2 because that's my x, and then my y is +4, which means right there is my first one, and I'm going to put a P because that is point P. The next one, I'm at 0. Am I running anywhere on my x-axis? No, I'm staying there. But now I'm going down to -4, and that's going to be my Q. And then my next one is -12. Okay, so I know that -12 falls directly between 0 and 1. So -12 is going to put me right here. But then I have to go down to -2.5. So I'm going to go down, there's 2, and there's 2.5, and there it is. Now, you're going to notice that that does not fall on any grid line, and that's okay, because we don't have them marked as halves on this coordinate plane. So it actually falls in between where all the lines are written and drawn, okay? And the last one, 4.5, so I'm over here, start at my place. You guys, goodness. Okay, starting at my place of origin, I'm going to go over to 4.5. Well, there's 4, so 4.5 I know is right here. Okay, so that's going to put me right here, and then I'm going to go up to 1, which is right there, and that's going to give me my point S. Okay, so that is graphing on a coordinate plane. Now, how do we graph the reflections? Okay, nothing changes. Okay, we've done the reflections over the x-axis, we've done them over the y-axis, so it doesn't matter which way it goes. We're just going to do the opposite of that. It says you can graph points that are reflected across the x and y axis. Remember that points reflected across the x-axis will have the same x coordinates, then their y coordinates will be the opposite. So when you go over the x-axis, okay, when you go over the x-axis and you're talking about a reflection, okay, you're talking about a reflection, what they're saying is your x coordinates will remain the same. So if I had 4, 3, okay, my x coordinates are going to stay the same. So my 4 is going to stay the same, but then my y is going to change and be the opposite of. See why we do opposites at the beginning? Here's the reason why. We did that in lesson 1, and now in lesson 7, we're bringing it back in, okay? Because it's going to be the opposite of the one that is there. So when we are doing it, your x stays the same, and your y is the opposite. Okay, so what do you think is going to happen if we go across the y-axis? You're right. What is going to happen? So if I have 4, 3, guess what's going to happen? So my y is now going to stay the same, which would be this one, and my x is going to be the opposite, which would now be -4. That's just the reflection across the x and y axis. So taking a look here, let's just jump in and do some practice problems. It says graph C -1, so we're going to go -1, and then we're going to go down to -5, okay, right here. Then it says graph its reflection across the x-axis, so I have to go over the x, which means it's going to be completely opposite. So if I'm going over the x, so my first one was -1, -5. If I'm going over the x, remember the x stays the same, but the y now becomes the opposite. So that's exactly what happened. All right, let's take a look at the next one, graph D. So we're going to go 2 and 2, 3.5. So I'm starting at my place of origin. I'm going to go over 2, and then I'm going up to 3.5. Okay, so my D is at 2, 3.5, and I'm doing a reflection across the y-axis, which means I'm going over on the opposite side, which means that my x is going to change, but my y is going to remain the same, which means I'm going to go over -2 and then up to 3.5. Notice it is directly across from one another. Okay, let's take a look at this next page. All right, it says, Mrs. Scholl is drawing a map of her school. Her room is located at -3, 4. So I'm going to go -3, +4. That's her room. Okay, her gym is located at 3, 4. So over 3, up 4. The library is a reflection. The library is a reflection of 3, 4 across the x-axis. So the library is a reflection over the 3, 4. So that means it's going to be a reflection of this over my 3, 4, which means it's going to be at 3, -4. Okay, and then the library, the gym, this is a reflection of the point on the y-axis. So the point reflected across the y-axis is the gym. So from here, the point across the y-axis, so we're going over the y, we're reflecting over the y, is right there. Okay, so you see this was her room. So her room, and then we found out that the gym is here, so that was the gym. And then we did the reflection across that, which was the library. And then we did a reflection over the y, which is the office. And then it says, what figure is graphed on the map? Well, what figure did we just make? We made a rectangle. Okay, so we made a rectangle. All right, if you need more example problems on how to graph on the coordinate plane, jump into the next video and we're going to look at a couple of these guided practice problems. If you're ready to go, you can go ahead and do whatever is next on your to-do list.